How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Circle on up, form the mosh pit. Ren dropped a new song called Money Ties. We have heard quite an extensive amount of information from him on his views on capitalism and money in general, corporate greed, all that sort of stuff. Stuff we don't like. We all like money, but, you know, the way some people act about it, not okay. And we're going to be talking about it here.
Godliness with contentment is great gain, for we brought nothing into the world, and we cannot take anything out of the world. But if we have food and clothing, with these we will be content. But those who desire to be rich fall into temptation, into a snare, into many senseless and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evils. It is through this craving that some have wandered away from the path and pierced themselves with the many pangs of greed.
Wow. Okay, so I think that's absolutely perfect how it's described. Money is not the inherent evil factor. It's not. It's never said that anywhere in the Bible. It just makes it very clear that if you pursue this thing, you're not going to be able to find godliness. You cannot love both God and man. You cannot serve two masters. You will either love the one and hate the other. Just saying. And yeah, the love of the money is the root of all evil, because you are pursuing that material gain instead of devoting yourself to being more like Christ in his sacrifice and caring more about that. So anyway, good stuff.
And pierce themselves with the many pangs of greed.
Money makes the world go round. Money makes a pure man lawless, proud. Money makes a man's verb consummate the noun. Cause an action to a thing is inspired by the pound or the dollar. False prophet, preach profit, and we follow. When the scholar teach dishonor, that's a bit the pill to swallow.
So I already heard like 18 different metaphors and inner rhyme schemes and incredible things of his lyrical caliber here. And I completely wasn't able to say anything about it because I was thinking about an earlier line where he was talking about the action. I'm telling you, this is what is so great about this guy. It's near impossible to check out everything in one go. I'm going to have to pause. And if you don't like that, go find someone else who can just sit there and just internalize everything. My brain doesn't work like that, okay?
Consummate the noun, cause an action.
Consummate the noun, because the action of that greed goes into the pound, in for the penny, in for the pound. Okay.
Into a thing is inspired by the pound or the dollar. False prophet, preach profit, and we follow. When the scholar teach dishonor, that's a bit the pill to swallow.
So when the scholars teach dishonor, that's a bigger pill to swallow. You have prophets, you have people who might come along with gospels, the health, wealth, and prosperity gospel, saying, hey, if you have faith, you're going to be successful. That's not how that works. There are many ways that the church still today does not understand what success is. Consider the lilies of the field and the birds of the air. They don't have to toil or spin or sow or reap, but look at how the Lord cares for them. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean you're going to sit around and go, oh, I don't have to do anything and I'm going to be taken care of. No, but it also is in saying you don't have to concern yourself with all these little things, because if you are following God, if you're pursuing who you want him to be and the likeliness of his son, then you are going to be taken care of. You won't be wanting anything, right? And what that means to people based on their own interpretation of things is, yeah, it can lead you to think, I have to acquire wealth in order to prove that I am being faithful, which that's just not how it goes.
The biggest bank robber are the banks and the politicians, but judiciary are whores. What a shock. When we lose sight of live and let live, forget your soul is made much richer by the love that you give. If you're living just to make a living, that's all that is. And when you're lying, slowly dying, will you die with a grin? Now digging up the...
That was a really good line. If you're living to make a living, then that's all that there is. A lot of people came from a place of nothing. So the pastor at my church actually spoke to this guy who was worth $500 million. $500 million, flies around on a jet, all this other stuff. he grew up with nothing. And his constant desire, his worry, was that he wouldn't be okay, that he wouldn't have money for food, that he wouldn't be able to do anything. So he had this disconnect. He was worth like almost $1 billion, $500 million. And he just kept trying to do more and more and more and gain more and more and more. The desire of being safe, of being secure, of being okay was already taken care of. But it's that mindset. So when some people pursue trying to just make a living, you might not know where their position is. It's not just some corporate greedy person always that's just sitting there going, I must sell more, I must make more. Maybe they've never known money. Maybe they've never known a world where they're okay and they have to feel like they have to, get more and more in order to feel okay. Long tangent here. I'm sorry.
Root of evil, money tool like a blade. You can slice across the jugular or carve and create. But when the money ain't the means, but the means is the money, you start to compromise ideals for dollars, morals get bloody. Now let me tell you.
So that's a very, like I was saying, there's that distinction. Money isn't the bad thing. How you use it is important. And a lot of people just don't know how to, when they're trying to pursue more, they'll just go for the jugular. When, hey, there's actually other ways you can carve it up, you can create, you can do stuff like that. So.
You a little story about a boy named Bren, born March 1990 in the Celtic Welsh ends. We didn't have much, but mum and dad, they made enough to put hot meals on the table, fill our bellies full of love. A little sister fell into the picture. Oh my God, we loved her, made our family richer. Then we both got older, world a little colder. Life, it had a way of chipping away at that shoulder. I held her and I told her, hierarchy, status exists. Sometimes the purity of youth gets snatched, leaving you stripped. You'll learn that love is not enough, it's not a world for a kid. So toughen up and buckle up because it's bumpy as shit. And there'll be those who take advantage of the light in your soul. And there'll be times you feel the cup you're filling leaking with holes. And that dark can get much darker, we all must grow old. But listen up my little sister, hold these words to your close. Keep that kind heart kind, humankind are in need. Never ever let this world make you bitter like me. Because this world needs love and love it leaks from you, see. Sis, this world needs light and you're the brightest I see. I see your wings have feather more than ever. Mine were torn by my oppressor. Sickness scorn me but whatever. By your side we fly together. Give me.
So scorned by the oppressor, but we'll fly together. So inner rhyme schemes, right? Okay, I'm done talking about that because it's a lot to have to think about if you're not aware of how this guy writes, on how a lot of rap is written from that lyrical standpoint, right? His story there with describing like, yeah, the world turned me jaded, but then my little sister, she has so much love. So I want to reach out to her and say, don't lose that. That's a good thing. I was a very happy kid, probably ignorantly so, but I was just happy. And I remember one of the first memories I ever had, which I don't know, based on psychology, that could be a bad thing. I don't know. But I was in middle school. I got bullied by kids. It was really only a few of them that really made a point to be critical. But I thought everybody was making fun of me, right? And if everybody was making fun of me, they couldn't be lying. There had to be something wrong. And I remember sitting in the back seat of the car. My mom turns the rearview mirror to me, and I see my tear-stained face as I say, Mom, what is wrong with me? From that point on, my viewpoint permanently changed. That there are people out there that won't like you. You could be the nicest, most giving person ever, and someone is not going to like you. And there's no reason for that. But, I mean, on the flip side, I realized some of those kids, they had hell at home. Not to justify it, but dude, when I learned that one of the guys who was my biggest tormentor, his dad got imprisoned for doing bad stuff to even people that he brought over to his house. I sat there like, oh my God, Aaron, I had no idea. We don't know what happens to us, to that other person in this life to make them the way that they are. So long as we're all in a messed up spot where we are jaded and we hurt each other, And so many people are out there scared of not being in control because maybe control was taken from them at a long time ago. So long as we're all just disjointed and we've all been hurt, why don't we bring it in then? I mean, come on. We already have enough to show some solidarity. You've been hurt, me too. What can we do to make things better? How can we bring things back to where we were? I'm sorry to talk so much, but man, there's depth to this guy. I've always said that.
Me flight when I could never, a releasing of the pressure, and the pressure makes a diamond. I will shine with you forever. Fuck greed, fuck depression, fuck bullies, fuck the jealous, fuck every man who made you feel less than a treasure, and fuck a world that makes us feel small. Fuck the forces that divide us. Now's the time to stand tall, because money makes the world go round. Money makes the sick boy sicker somehow. Money gets
Hey, going back to the sick boy, yes. Yeah. Well, and I mean, the thing with it too is like, this man's perspective isn't to wallow in where he's come from, in his sickness. People might not like this lady. I don't know what your problem is, but Iron Mouse, the biggest VTuber on Twitch, she went through hell. If you take a moment to even look at her story, she went through health issues like currently. She still does. And she's chosen to use her life and every moment she has to be an opportunity to be entertaining and bring other people alongside her, work with people, use her money to help her family, help other artists, help out all sorts of people. And that's what Ren's doing too. We need more people like that. And it's just sad that, you know, yes, he was saying frick the bullies, frick those people that made you feel less. But I wonder what made them feel less. Not to justify it, but just saying, it's a two-way street.
The world go round. Money makes the sick boy sicker somehow. Money gets a man mug punched in his mouth. Money run the gang thug, drug money plow. Money makes open case close. Money bend love, make war, make ghosts. Money gives a poor man hope. Money saves lives, takes lives, money both. Money isn't, money's just that. Money's just a concept, people are trying. Tax up the poor man, feed up the fire. Money's just cash. Take money, take money, take money, take. Fake money, fake money, fake money, fake. Money ties, money ties, money ties, eh. Money lies, money lies, money lies, eh.
Loved all the visuals too here. No people, no profit. That's cool. That's cool. I'm sorry I was talking so much, but you know what? I think any reasonable person listening to Ren has more than enough that they could say about how Ren's music has affected them. Because that's the kind of artist Ren is. And that's all I got to say about that. If you guys enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Check this out in the comments. Ren's music, of course. And that's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching. Till next time.